Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos! On this week's episode of the Velocity Chaos Podcast, Nick and Luke talk about the origins of Mario, erection epitaphs, and future food challenges. Nick unfolds the genius behind Wingman Park.
So it's a built-in lose. They know they're going to get their ass kicked, but they still just run up to you. And the picture they show is just some guy in a hood. So it's very suspicious.
Luke reaches back to the 1950s to insult buyers.
I don't care if you have a product. It's who's a goober enough to buy that.
All that and more to come on the 18th episode of the Velocity Chaos Podcast. Leave a voicemail at 1515-41-CHAOS.
And welcome. Here we are on the 18th episode of the Velocity Chaos Podcast, peaking on this particular Tuesday. When I said 18, how you doing, Nick?
Great, man. I'm wearing my funky board shorts today. Finally, summertime, I believe, has arrived and will stay for the remainder of the summer.
Nice.
So that's a little celebration.
Yeah, I think usually when it hits about May turnover, even though we're still in the spring, it gets to that summertime where the living's easy. I just want to take a quick moment to introduce our first guest ever here onto the podcast. Really excited that he's a man of action, little thinking, and go ahead. We have Huck here. Yep, sniff that microphone. Do you want to give us the background on Huck here?
Huckleberry is a fine gentleman of 2.5 years old, and he is a shepherd mix that we rescued so many months ago. He was originally my dog, but now he's kind of the family dog. I mean, it's been pretty fun to see how he affected the family. Pets can really bring out the best in people. And so, but Huckleberry's here as our guest, our moral support. Be sure to check out the Velocity Chaos Facebook page, where you'll be able to see a picture of him and his companions, Luke and I.
And so if you want to adopt this dog, we'll be doing this once a week. No. Oh, wait, this is not what we're doing.
If you want to adopt this dog, you'll have to pay me, I don't know, what's the price tag on that face?
Wow, I'm surprised you're even contemplating that right in front of him.
My sister would be like, "Oh, okay."
I guess $500 million. Okay.
Is your left hand worth $500
million? Yeah. So that leads us into a whole new world of podcasting with our first guest here.
First guest. We will not be asking him any questions just because he gets nervous on air.
Yeah. And in general.
He
lets out some sneaky squeakers when he gets nervous.
That's true. Right now he's just exploring the studio, just like back and forth. It's funny because the person walks into a room, scans it, and they're like, all right, location scanned. And a dog is like, well, then I'm gonna save that for later. I'm gonna come back and smell it again just to lock it in. And then I'm gonna go around, and then I gotta make sure I get everything on the tables. I gotta sniff all the tables.
Preliminary sniff going around.
Yeah, it's like a pre-sniff, full sniff, exit sniff, debriefing sniff.
Just making sure. Yeah. All right, now I gotta lock this to memory before I leave. So when I do come back, and then when I do come back, I gotta check to make sure it's the same.
Right,
that Luke's not farting on the table or something.
He's constantly monitoring this 2-room. Like, you have 3 rooms in your apartment, but he's constantly just patrolling them, just making sure we got it on lockdown. But if you want to leave a message for Huckleberry, you could definitely do that by calling in a 1515-41-CHAOS. Leave him a message, probably a compliment. He's a handsome devil. Or ask him a question, and we will interpret his panting breaths and his whining for you. in answer of your question. But yeah, our Chaos hotline, 1515-41 Chaos.
Yeah, that's 151-412-4267.
Someday I'll actually remember like just the numeric delivery of that, but for now I'm just going to stick with it.
It's all right.
Yeah. Or if you have a question for us that you'd like us to answer on air, or just a topic you'd like us to discuss, you can also leave a message for us.
Yep, that's where we can do that. We got Huck throwing his 2 cents in there with a distant bark in the other room. Hopefully he's not going into the garbage, but
He's not really a garbage guy.
okay. Yeah, he seems more clean cut and professional than that.
Yeah, he's professional mutt.
In a little background on Huck, he was the star of one of our 48-hour film festival projects.
Yes, he's an experienced actor now.
Yeah.
He's an accredited actor.
Yep, I think he had the best line of the movie.
Shit, did he get his SAG card? I don't know if
That's
we can
on
put
you.
him in another movie now.
Because, I mean, if you did, then I'm not jumping through those hoops. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not working with that prima donna.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
But yeah, I still haven't even released that one.
He was like demanding treats, and then he was demanding that we put the treats in his mouth. Like, He can't even do it himself.
He gets lazy. It
Literally
went
wants
straight
us to
his
clean
head.
up his shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what other actor demands this?
You poop on the sidewalk. It's like
Bobby
you couldn't-
Coyne, he might start getting to that level. I mean, he's so experienced now.
I thought he was already at that level when I started working with him, but he was just so good that I didn't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we miss you, Bobby. I talked to him the other day. He's
Oh, yeah?
doing well. Yeah. Yeah. He listens to our podcast. So that was a specific shot.
I wanted Bobby Money right there.
Bobby Money.
When I wanted to write a script and your character be Bobby Money.
Bobby Money and Johnny Banana.
Yes, I think that's what it was in.
Coming soon.
So yeah, I came across something today.
Yeah.
Not today. Over the week when I was not doing anything for the week. Yep, that's right. Huck knows exactly what. I'm glad he brought it up. Dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
That circulating article about that dinosaur that was discovered. It's the amazing dinosaur found accidentally.
Amazingus Dinosaurus.
Yeah, that's
This is the Latin name.
Yeah, or known as the nodosaur, nodosaur, 110 million year old armored plant eater is best preserved fossil of its kind ever found. The thing that got me, yeah.
Holy crap.
You see this? It looks like it's something out of Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
With McConaughey and Bale.
That's Rain of Fire.
Oh, yeah, Rain of Fire. I'm not so good with words.
Yeah,
and
no.
movies.
I got you. I'm just covering.
The clarification.
But Rain of Fire, yeah, it looks like it's just out of that movie.
Yeah.
McConaughey had done some damage on this. Now that you mention it, like... So, the Matthew McConaughey movies that are made now, they're all these, like, dramas, these, like these very heartfelt dramas. But now I'm just picturing McConaughey, like, jumping into the sky, like, after this dragon.
With his axe.
With the axe. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, there was that time.
That. I didn't realize that was him at first because he had a shaved head for that role.
Right.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I wonder who they would bill first, Christian Bale or Matthew McConaughey.
I don't know. He did some awesome work in that one. The thing that got me about this...
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Continue with this article. This looks really interesting.
It's a stunning discovery, as this first line says.
Right.
And I just read the bold print.
Stunning discovery, quote unquote.
On the afternoon of March 21st. Okay, this is the part that got me. This article was just released. It says, like, in here, going to be in the June 2017 issue of National Nat Geo.
Okay.
And first thing it talks about, it says on the afternoon of March 21st, 2011.
Oh, geez.
So this has been discovered for 6 years now.
Wow.
And we're just hearing about this. I don't know if there's maybe some other source where we can get more instant dinosaur information updates, but
Yeah, we need like the dinosaur Twitter feed.
But
Well, I could see how maybe they were doing this to keep the discovery protected. Maybe, like it was really, really, because you know what I'm saying. It's out in the field,
yeah,
and so they like didn't want it to become super public knowledge until they got it to a museum.
6 years to get it excavated.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Could be.
That just like at least like, hey, we found dinosaur fossil. That's neat. But then after that, like maybe you don't have to give the whole detail, but I guess maybe they're finding so many more dinosaur fossils that we know about.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe
got lost in the clutter.
Possibly, but how could something this dragon looking? That looks just so awesome.
Did it get preserved like that because it's like a scaly creature? It's got a lot of the armor and stuff.
So what happened? Reading the article, it was like it was next to like an ocean,
Right.
And there was a quick like overturn where it got into the salt water something so quickly. The way it happened was just so quick.
A tsunami, maybe.
I don't know, but then it was just the way it got, I guess, encapsulated was a very fast process, which is why it got preserved so well.
Wow.
People can read that on the National Geographic website.com.
Yeah. Are there any other pictures of it? Oh, wow.
There's a shield of itself here. There's some globules, a cluster of pebble-like masses, maybe remnants of Nodosaur's last meal. This is what I would think.
Okay.
And then here on the right, we have, it looks like it to be a Royal Tyrrell Museum technician, Mark Mitchell, slowly freeing the Nodosaur's foot and scaly footpad from surrounding rocks. So,
and by the looks of it, he's using the thing that the dentist uses to scrape your teeth. So
yeah.
I could see why this would take 6 years. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
So yeah, maybe I guess possibly they were waiting. But that leads me to believe, how much other stuff are they keeping from us that's going on?
They discovered a live dinosaur.
Yeah, they're just waiting. They're just waiting until Jurassic Park opens to let us know.
Jurassic Park is a documentary.
Oh, look at all these pictures.
So did they had to like cut it loose? It looks like some.
Yeah, it was
some
probably
cases.
fused to some stone.
Yeah, well, it becomes like petrified, like
What is it,
organic
basilisk?
material. I get.
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you nail that question in the Plucking Petals podcast with James, Chainz, and Kyle. That was awesome because we're like, wow, we don't know, and you're just like basilisk, Harry Potter.
I said that?
Yeah,
I don't remember things.
yeah. But shout out to those guys. If you haven't listened to them, check out Plucking Petals Podcast. It's a great podcast where James and Kyle just kind of go over their problems and the things they don't like.
Exactly. It's very relatable.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I'm happy you showed me this. It's good to know that they're discovering like full fossils. It's a little tougher for me to believe like when they pull a bone out of the ground and they're like
This.
and then they build a whole skeleton from one bone and it's like no. But when you find a whole dinosaur, yeah, I could totally get on board with that.
That reminds me of that Futurama episode where they go back in time and Bender crashes out into the Roswell, basically, and then they build a UFO out of his body.
Oh, yeah.
that kind of... They take some liberties, it seems, when reconstructing or what they believe to be the full body.
Yeah. Yeah, they're using their imagination, which is good. Science should. And it's like Jurassic Park, the imagination that was involved in kind of like telling that story, and it's like a theme park. I just mentioned that because that's my segue into our next story.
Perfect.
Theme parks. So I found this hilarious article. It's partially hilarious, but also partially really cool. There's a theme park in Japan. Okay, so Japan and like Asia is kind of the master of theme parks, in my opinion. I mean, they have some crazy theme parks. Like they have that theme park of sex, like
the giant squid theme park.
The giant, same as the theme park of sex.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to talk about. Anyhow, Hirikata Park in Osaka, Japan, has this new service where you can pay to have somebody fake steal your friend's stuff right in front of you so that you can like beat them up and like show your fighting prowess.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so it's a built-in lose. They know they're going to get their ass kicked, but like they still just run up to you, and the picture they show is just some guy in a hood. So it's like very suspicious. But they run up to your friend, grab their stuff, whether it's a bag or a phone or whatever, and then you're supposed to like chase them down and like fight them. And like just beat them and take their the stuff back and like hand it to them.
That is the most wingman thing I've ever heard of.
I know. Like we should do this for each other. Like,
I've got to find a lady, and that's going to be where our first date is.
Yeah, but they also like have like more elaborate things involved in this park where like you can. They say you can defuse a fake bomb. Or you can pretend to donate blood in an emergency situation.
What?
Yeah.
We need to infuse 4 cc's pints of blood into this person who's O positive. Oh, that's me. That's me. Right here. Tap it.
Yeah. Tap.
See, look how awesome I am.
Yeah, look how you just start getting laid right there on the sidewalk.
Hold on, I'm losing blood.
My head is dizzy. No, but that would be fun. Like, yeah, you like die because the boner in your dick just like
died because
takes
of boner.
all the blood from your brain, and you died from boner.
That's gonna be my tombstone. He lived a happy life, a strong, hard life. Died from boner.
Or like hemorrhage from erection.
That sounds like a sweet band name. Hemorrhage from erection.
Erection hemorrhage. Erection. Ooh. Ow.
Yeah.
But yeah, this theme park, Hatakawa, just
is that all they have there? It's just like a big. It's just like a normal park.
It's like a nice green park, but like no one knows that it's like here Kata actually.
So then that leads to other people just going there and actually stealing someone's stuff and then just keep running.
You're like this like
wow,
big guy.
He's really getting
it's
into
like
it.
You get this big guy and he's like, I'm gonna just like grab him and like throw him on the ground and sit on him. But the guy, like, you're right, some guy comes up and snatches his girlfriend's purse. It's like this really hot girl. And he like starts boom, like booking it, like running, and like the big guy is like, "All right, he's gonna like trip in 5 seconds." So he's like, and he just falls on the ground. The girl's just like, I'm gonna walk away now.
Yeah. And then the guy who stole the purse comes back, and then he's like, "I got your purse." Yeah, that's right.
Huckleberry
exactly.
would catch him. Huckleberry would catch him.
Exactly. He probably thinks you were dying.
Yeah. He's going into Lassie mode.
Yeah.
Going into Lassie mode.
But yeah, that's right.
I mean, what would
The
he
other
do?
best
Like run
wingman.
across to you and like,
Yeah. Hey,
and you're like, "What's wrong, boy?
what is it? What's going on, Huck?
I can't understand what you're saying."
Dick stuck in a well? Episode 3. I don't know, whatever.
Episode 19 of Velocity Chaos. It's Luke Solo, and he just opens with this organ music like.
And we are gathered here this week to commemorate the artiste formerly known as Nicholas Royak.
formerly known as. Now known as the Dead Guy.
That,
Also a good band name, but that's like a solo career. The Dead Guy. The Dead Guy. Like, yeah, it's just some indie guy, some indie artist. Very like stripped back music, very industrial. The Dead Guy.
plays bone xylophone.
The bone xylophone.
So I think that's a great place. Then I can actually look like I'm okay at kung fu.
Yeah, that it would crack me up if you just started like like karate. Yeah, but like you never hit the guy, but he's like faking like hitting the face like but it's like clearly like you're not even hitting.
Yeah, how trained are they? Like just against someone who just has no clue what they're doing. Like they get hit and they look down at their chest and like they grab it and fall over.
It's finally a practical job for those guys who like they show those like training guys who are like training like in a martial art, but like they're doing that focus exercise where they're just getting beat with bamboo poles.
Yeah.
Finally a practical use for that. Like those guys now have a job market that they can go into and they can, excel at, is just the beat down like theme park.
It'd probably be pretty good pay, I would imagine.
All right, we're going to pay you like $10 an hour just to get your ass kicked. Make it 15.
30 yen.
30. I think that's like gotta be like $2. What is the yen?
Yeah.
Well, let's get educated.
Is this Japan? You said
this is Japan.
Japanese currency.
Dude, it's gotta be the yen. It's still the yen.
Okay, it is a yen. I was right on that.
Oh, it's like 0.008. Oh god.
So $1 is
yen.
less than 1 cent.
Actually, the yen is doing better right now. Wait, what?
No, it's 26 cents.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
26.
okay, so that's 3,000 yen per hour.
But you're like 30 yen.
The guy's like, deal. Yes, very good business.
Because that's exactly what the theme park owner sounds like. It's some crazy Italian guy. Oh yes, man, it's good. It's a good deal. Welcome to my theme park. It's here in Taka in Japan.
Yeah, they made Mario Brothers. That's of course.
Doesn't that always confuse you? It confuses me often. Like, why did they pick an Italian plumber? I think honestly they just messed up. I think what it was they messed up. It was supposed to just be some crazy looking Japanese guy. The mustache wasn't actually a mustache. I think it was like a smear of dirt under the lip.
A shit stash.
and they were trying to send some like, yeah. So it was a dirt stain on the 8-bit Mario's face, and then they were like, somebody in America like drew it like, oh, this looks like my Uncle Larry, and like drew like a cartoon version of it, and it started getting popular, and that's when they said, that's Bob Hoskins. Bob Hoskins comes up. Bob Hoskins comes up because he actually played Mario. Have you ever seen that movie?
I did.
Oh God! But it's
John Leguizamo was Luigi, but Charles Martinet is the actual voice of.
That guy does not look Italian.
He's not actually. Ironically, I don't think that's ironically at all. But I'm probably not using that word correctly. But recently, last week actually, I saw a video of this guy. He said when he got the position, like he showed up like late to the interview as they were leaving, and he's like, "Can I interview?" And they're like, "Fine." And so they went in, like, just say something. And he's like, "It's me, Mario." And they're like, "Okay, that's it." So he's like, he only had like a line or two. And then he gets a call like, "Hey, you want to do this?"
That's great. So for life, he's been the voice of Mario?
Yep, since
Get out of town.
1991, I guess, or whenever it came out.
All right, I didn't know this. This is actually a really cool piece of information, everybody. Charles, what is his name?
Charles Martinet.
Charles Martinet, voice of Mario. Got the job on a whim. Sounds like a really irresponsible worker, but his talent just supersedes all of that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. What was his early life? What's it say? I bet he's just like some deadbeat.
Well, his early life is of French descent. He speaks fluent French and Spanish,
which doesn't help him at all in voicing an Italian.
I guess
plumber.
Spanish, because Italian and Spanish are like the same language,
but the accents are totally different.
Yeah, but he's a genius.
He knows two languages. He's a genius.
But yeah, then he moved to Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain when he was 12. Later, family moved to Paris, France. And he attended American School of Paris and graduated in 1974. So he's well-rounded.
So he's a French guy.
a French Spanish guy.
Hey, it's a me. Oh,
He's
how
a
would you do?
pasty white guy.
Yeah, but he's a French guy. How would you say it in French? It's a Mario.
That's one thing I want to know.
It's a Mario.
Accents of other languages that we don't know.
Yeah.
To like a French guy that speaks French trying to speak Italian. How do they sound?
Probably awful.
Yeah, probably just as awful as we sound attempting to do it, but we don't know.
Or better, because they're made to learn all that stuff early. So
that's possible.
Pretty soon, man, we'll just have one language.
The universal language.
The universal language.
American.
Probably. American slang.
I'm going to learn Mandarin.
Hey, man, what's up, man? You gonna go, man? You got go, and that's how we're all going to talk.
That's unfortunate.
Our podcast will be awesome by then.
Yes. Pioneers.
We'll be the first ones doing that.
Yeah, we're going
to tune in for 40 minutes and just be like, you live down beach and I was in the dash, and you'd be like, hey, you have this, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know about that.
40 minutes later, everyone's going to be like, what did we just listen to?
They're going to tune out at like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Huck, you got anything that you wanted to add? Any cool squirrels that you've seen? Any cool chopsticks?
Any cool things he's chewed on lately?
What's your favorite pastime?
Sleeping.
Nice. Good pastime.
It's a solid pastime for a dog like him.
No, it's a solid pastime.
What's a solid pastime?
I attempted the McDonald's dinner box challenge on Friday. I was close.
Because like 30 years from now when you have your grandkids, they'll be like, hey, you know what I used to do when I was young? I used to stuff fast food into my mouth. And they'll
Right
be
down
like,
my gullet.
Wow, Grandpa.
That's neat. I was close. I was right there.
Had like 30 French fries. Oh, that's
30?
I didn't spoil it quite
There was
yet.
like
Go
20.
ahead, build it up.
No, I mean, yeah, that's about it. But yeah, it was about half a fry or so, maybe 3/4.
Half a small fry.
Half a small
half of
fry.
an individual French fry.
One fry, maybe 3 centimeters of a fry
It
left.
took Luke, because I was there for it, and it started off good, and then it went downhill, got a little ugly. It took him 45 minutes to get through the cheeseburgers and the chicken McNuggies. And
I'd say that took like 30 minutes.
Okay.
The
I'll give
fries
it to
were-
you. It took you.
Fries were.
Is that any more
gross.
impressive, though? I don't know.
I mean, I got the first 3 burgers done in 5 minutes. I guess, which that's kind of all right for someone who's not a competitive eater.
Yeah, you got the cheeseburgers down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're making yourself feel better. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you gotta train a little bit more. You gotta go at it again. If you want to see this video, it's like the first round of Rocky where he loses to Apollo Creed.
Exactly.
It's like you gotta check it out. Very inspirational, but you know he's gonna be back on it. Maybe we're seeing if we can get Wendy's to do a specific Velocity Chaos box just for us, so that because Luke just likes Wendy's better.
Yeah. I actually had Wendy's last night.
There you go. There you go. Or we'll have to just design our own.
Yeah. Maybe like a $10 challenge off the value menu or something.
Yep. That sounds like a good plan.
So,
But yes, go check out that video on Velocity Chaos.
you talk a lot over there without having tried it yet. Are you just above the McDonald's and eating like a glutton?
Yeah. I actually haven't eaten a McDonald's cheeseburger in probably maybe 10 years.
Good for you. Good for you.
I mean, I've eaten everything else. But it's like the one thing I'm hanging on to. But yeah, I haven't eaten a cheeseburger. I haven't even had a bite of a McDonald's cheeseburger in that long.
It's time to make up for lost time.
Would it
Lost
be hilarious
moments.
if I just
Crushed
went
it.
crazy and just did it in 2 minutes?
Where's the next box?
World record. World record. Just
You know who talks even more? D.
Oh God.
She said she could finish in 5 minutes.
That was a lot of smack talk.
That was a lot.
I was surprised. I was surprised you didn't challenge her right there. Oh, you kind of did.
Yeah.
We might do that. We might do a box challenge between you and our producer D.
Yeah, she talks a big game.
She's gonna do it off camera though, because she's like,
no,
just her hands, hands.
Yeah, from the chin down.
Yeah, chomp, 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 chomp. Or we like blacking out one half of the room, and it's just like backlit, like a anonymous like interview, and then it's just you in a spotlight from the front.
Yeah,
go, 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 go.
But yeah, I challenge you, D, to some sort of eating contest.
We'll make it specific, otherwise she'll just laugh at you.
What do you mean?
Like make this like,
The
are you calling her
McDonald's?
out? Or are you
Yeah.
calling her out?
Yeah,
That was like the weakest.
I don't know.
call-out
I don't
ever.
really want to do another dinner box.
So you're gonna custom design one?
Yeah, like I said, I could do something from Burger King or Wendy's.
I'll do a Taco Bell. Well, all right, Google it right now. Is there a Taco Bell box right now?
I think so.
I just don't want I don't want to have to drink the pop. That's my thing.
Yeah, you don't have to drink soda.
It's more about the food. I'm more of a water to wash down the 5 pounds of junk food.
The Taco Bell box is just.
Well, I don't think they have it anymore. I think
Yeah.
it's like only a couple things. It used to be huge.
I think there was the 12 taco box or something.
Yeah, that's
oh,
what
you
I
want
wanted
that
to
one?
do. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, we could probably find that one. We'd like 12 of your 12 box.
Well, the one was awesome. It was like a quesadilla, 2 Frito burritos. Like they don't have any anymore.
They probably do. It's
You're on breakfast.
participation. They don't really have their boxes on their website. McDonald's didn't, at least while I was researching.
Well, because I think a lot of them are local
Yeah.
sponsored.
Yeah. So, some sort of eating challenge. Because, one, I'm indecisive, and two, I just don't want to eat.
Fine, I'll do a $10. I'll do a $10 Taco Bell challenge.
Okay.
I'm thinking, or like, let's do like this: 1 quesadilla, 2 Frito burritos, 2 chicken mini quesadillas, or we'll do tacos or whatever.
Yeah. Or straight tacos.
Well,
Oh, what's
I
that?
mean,
I saw something.
I like the chicken mini quesadillas.
Where was it? I thought I saw multiple. Oh, Supreme Variety Pack. Oh, Variety Taco 12 pack for $15. Huh, that seems overpriced. Or the Taco 12 pack for, bam, right there.
There it is. Taco 12 pack.
Supreme Party Taco Pack.
Well, we got to look into these. What is this? Build a combo?
Pick one of these. 6
6
crunchy
crunchies.
tacos, 6 soft, 6, and one of these. Oh, so you
So
can
it's
go
just
there.
tacos.
Yeah.
It's just tacos.
Yeah.
We should ask. Like, I'm about to order like 6 things off the dollar menu. Can you put them in a Taco Bell box just to make it a box challenge? I bet they would do it for us.
I would do the 12 pack challenge.
You want to race?
Yeah, I guess at that point it'd be racing.
It'd be racist to do. All right. Okay.
Maybe.
12. All right. So we'll do a 12 pack each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game on.
Game on. I challenge you. Or do you want to do the taco one, or do you want to do a custom challenge?
I'd rather do the box. I guess that's just easy.
Makes it more legit box challenge.
Yeah.
All right, man. You're on.
I'm on. Game on.
Now, does it matter what we do with like the hard or soft? 6 of each.
That's up to you. I prefer soft tacos. I'm
I
not
prefer
a fan.
crunchy tacos. So see, there's a discrepancy in challenge there.
So I guess
we
we'd
gotta
have
go
to
6 and 6.
Yeah, we'd have to. Damn. That blows. You and your crunchy palate.
Go back. I just want to see the other ones because this is $12. But like, guys, we're just gonna read you the Taco Bell menu for the next like 20 minutes.
This is terrible.
All right, we'll set this up later, but stay tuned for a box challenge and the challenge announcement. Okay.
Supreme Variety Pack. You got 6.
Yeah, I see.
6 crunchy, 6 soft, nacho cheese, 6 Cool Ranches.
All right, cool. We'll do that one, but we'll talk about it later. We'll do an announcement video and everything. Anyhow, I want to this is just going to be a gear grinder shift. away from box challenges, I saw a story today that was really funny where a kid was kidnapped and they rescued him. But this wasn't an ordinary kid. His name was Gordy.
Gordy, okay.
And he is from Minnesota.
Wait, was that the kid from Iron Giant?
Nope.
What movie was Gordy in?
I don't know. You're going to have to look that one up.
Yeah.
Anyhow, this kid was named Gordy, and he was a unique kid because he had a above average amount of hair, and he was actually a mixed. I mean, he was a dark skinned, light skinned, and he had horns growing out of his head, and So this kidnapping happened in Minnesota when the police were chasing these people because they had kidnapped this kid. And the two people started to flee on foot after they crashed their SUV. And the police checked for the kid in the back of the trunk, and they found him.
Huh.
So they took the goat back to its herd at the park, and they released it back into the. There was a goat napping in Minnesota.
Wow.
So that's what this story was. But anyhow, it was really funny because I saw this and it was just like the headline was like, Gordy the goat returns. And basically
that's I guess a lot of buildup for.
Yeah. And that was a Nick Royak story, classic Nick Royak story. Anyhow, the funny thing was they were using these goats to mow the lawn or to mow these fields at this national park. They weren't gonna they didn't want to pay to have people do it.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to bring in all this machinery and all the oil leakage, blah 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 blah. So they wanted to keep it natural. So they hired these goat herds to come in to graze their grass. And so then somebody must have heard about it and decided they wanted to start their own goat herd. So they kidnapped Gordy.
Yeah.
And
I guess that makes sense because whose name's Gordy?
Yeah. But they kidnapped him in a really weird way, or they were really sick people. The police found him and he had a electric a
collar?
An extending oh my god. I call them stingers. What are those called?
Extension cord.
Extension cords. That's what happens when you work in the movie industry too long. You start changing the words of things. So extension cord, that was what they used as his leash.
Oh wow.
So either they were on a budget or
they were trying to graze his grass, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I just wanted to let everybody know
Backwoods.
Gordy the goat was back safe from the kidnapper.
Oh, and this kind of
You gotta admit I had you going there. You gotta admit.
Yeah, I was like, overly hairy child. I thought you were bringing up the video you showed me last week of the guys who, I wouldn't say pranked, but taught a lesson to someone by abducting his child.
Oh yeah,
at the park.
No.
And I thought that was very relative to your Japanese park, which I thought also I wanted to bring up.
You go out to circling back to the Situation theme park. You're with your girlfriend who has a kid from a previous marriage, and you're being all creative. You're I'm gonna arrange for a kid to get snatched, and I'm gonna find a guy and I'm gonna beat him up.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? That would be the worst thing, especially if she found out that you paid for that to happen.
There's a price to pay for love.
That's a high price.
Yeah. Anything to make me look like the hero. But it's some people. Wow, they go many miles and many feet of extension cord to wrangle a goat.
The funny thing is, they still don't know the motivation behind.
Well,
I mean, it's a bunch of it's Minnesota. It's a bunch of bored kids who are just is that a herd of sheep on that mountaintop? Let's go get them.
well, were they wearing overalls? Because if they were wearing overalls, I think we know what their motivation was.
Oh God.
And that's not a knock on. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Isn't that terrible? That's the universal sign now.
And if not, we'll make it.
Yeah. All right.
I never want to go canoeing down a river again.
Yeah, I know. I have, but I unfortunately enjoy it.
Yeah.
The canoeing part. I enjoy the canoeing part.
Oh, Jesus.
I enjoy the canoeing part.
It is. It's peaceful.
It is. It's very
The
nice.
canoeing.
I don't let my friends pack their crossbows though, which maybe I should. But
my dad made me watch that before I went on like this kayaking trip.
He's like, "You will sit down,
watch it,
and you will be warned."
You need to know what's out there.
There's like so much backstory to that movie about like how it's not even about that. It's more about like that basin being flooded and the political commentary of like moving people out of their homes just for like dam construction and stuff. It's, I don't know.
That's not the story they told.
No, it's not even close. Nope. All right, man. Well, just to kind of like sum up everything, we always land on our piece of Australian news.
That was my. I started terribly. I know. I did.
Let's try again.
Yeah.
Let's try again.
I forgot what I did last week because we practiced before last week's.
Oh yeah.
Breaking news
from Australia this week. We have an article describing the latest trends in fashion. Chanel's $2,000 boomerang sparks complaints and confusion from Indigenous Australians.
$2,000 boomerang. Holy mackerel!
Yeah. So I found this article on the front page of Australian broadcast channel, and it basically is describing how Chanel released an accessory line, and one of them is a $2,000 boomerang.
An accessory.
An accessory. I would just love to like walk around with that in my back pocket.
Front? No. You put that in the belt loop. Like front belt loop.
I thought you were gonna
right
say like
it
would be hilarious if you fit the whole thing in your pocket and like it's just down your leg and people like are looking at you like, oh my God.
And then a lady comes up, is that a boomerang in your pocket or are you just happy to see me?
But it's like bent at a right angle.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a curve to it.
Yeah. Oh, that all gets straightened out later. We'll straighten that out later.
Straighten out the details.
But yeah, Chanel's latest accessory. And it's funny because, I mean, I honestly, like, I love these Australian things because they really, like, give us a chance to show that we're not just a bunch of vagrants. Like, we actually, like, agree with a lot of people. But, like, last week it was, like, the breastfeeding woman in the Senate and stuff. But this week it's hilarious because, like, some of these people, like, this one author tweeted she's from Australia. She said, this is Nayuka Gori, said, have decided to save for the next 3 years so I can connect with my culture via Chanel. I think that's great. I think that's hilarious.
And this leads into my one of my favorite jokes. How does a carpenter shape wood?
With his hands?
Whittle by whittle. I love that one.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's clean and terrible at the same time.
Well, if these were like handmade, like Australian whittled boomerangs, then yeah, maybe it's worth $2,000. But these are like machine chopped.
Yeah. It better be the best boomerang ever, because
I really don't know if you can fly that one though.
It's more for decoration.
We should buy one, throw it, and then return it and be like, this didn't work.
Yeah, it just kept going.
I can guarantee you this one doesn't work. It just kept going.
It was more of a stick at that point.
Defective boomerang. It's a stick. Basically, Chanel just like is selling people a $2,000 bent stick.
I don't knock them for making this. I knock the people for buying it. Whoever buys that.
Okay, there you go.
I don't care if you have a product. It's who's a goober enough to buy that.
I think you just hit the nail on the head. Who's going to pay for a $2,000 boomerang that isn't even from Australia?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's gonna be on red carpet. Someone's gonna have like they're gonna open up their suit like jacket a little bit and then kind of show off, hand on the hip, revealing the boomerang attached.
Latest trend, and then Chanel is just selling countless boomerangs.
Yeah, and then we have to buy one, or we should get on the fad early and start it.
Yeah, Velocity Chaos. Like we should engrave it and everything.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, no.
I already ordered one.
Okay, done.
And I had to pay $1,000 for shipping because it's coming from Australia. I got expedited.
Good.
Overnight.
It's a true genuine Australian boomerang.
I said just throw it. If it can't make the trip in one throw, it's not worth $2,000.
It just disappears. It's gone.
So I mean, with that in life, you really have to analyze your decisions. It's just because something is out there in the world, you don't have to have it. You don't always have to have the newest, most hippest boomerang. You don't always have to have the newest, hippest phone. Cool phone, Nick, though, by the way. You needed an upgrade.
Samsung Galaxy 8.
And I mean, we go through life. Sometimes you just need those bits of your life to be stolen away from you to know what you have to fight for and what you could just let go, but not your dog. You don't want to give up the coolest dog in the world for anything, whether it be a lot of money. You just have a bond that can't be broken. Only time can break that bond, and we don't know what time has passed since the most recent amazing discovery of dinosaurs or aliens or whatever the government and National Geographic wants to keep from us, because those are the things in life that keep us wanting to know more. The search for answers, the search for knowledge, and when we don't actively seek that and just take what comes up our way on a Facebook post, we're going to be behind the curve. So if you want the knowledge, you got to really go out for it, and not just take what the news gives you, Fox's or MSNBC's or CBS's. I don't know what Apple, what are news networks now, but anyway, I guess just in summation, don't take everything for face value. You gotta do some analyzation on that,
and go find your own dinosaur bones.
Yeah, start digging. Say, Mom and Dad, I got a shovel. I'm gonna tear up your backyard. And by the way, thanks for letting me do laundry while I'm here.
Yep.
So, yeah, with that's the 18th episode.
All right, we're cruising.
Mellow Yellow. Remember, 20th episode, we wanted to do a live stream, so we're going to work on that. So probably, 2 weeks? June? One of those June dates?
Yep.
Or no, May.
Still May. All right.
Oh, May 30th?
May 30th.
Memorial Day weekend.
That'll be perfect.
Yeah,
maybe we'll
maybe
broadcast from our Memorial Day
29th?
picnic or something. Yeah. Maybe from the picnic we'll go live.
Okay. We'll work
let
out
you
the
know.
details.
Yeah, we'll update you soon.
Thanks so much, everyone. Love you all. Appreciate the support. Have a great week.
We'll see you soon. No, we won't see you soon.